7. Bedtime fixes that drain foot swelling overnight. The relentless and often debilitating problem of swollen ankles and feet is far more than a mere aesthetic concern or a temporary discomfort following a lengthy journey. We are not addressing the minor, fleeting puffiness that dissipates with a brief rest. Instead, this discussion focuses on a severe and persistent condition where legs feel as heavy as leaden stones, the skin is stretched taut and shiny, and everyday actions like bending the foot become arduous. This is a state where deep, lingering indentations left by socks, medically termed pitting edema, become an unfortunately common and distressing evening reality. If this description resonates with your daily experience, then it is imperative to listen closely, as this significant fluid buildup signals a profound struggle within your body's intricate vascular network. When fluid stubbornly pools in the lower extremities, it's a clear indication that the force of gravity is triumphing over your body's circulatory efficiency, drastically slowing blood flow to a perilous crawl. This phenomenon, characterized by sluggish circulation, is known as venous stasis. It creates an environment uniquely conducive to the formation of dangerous, potentially life-threatening blood clots, specifically deep vein thrombosis, DVT. It is paramount to understand that this condition is fundamentally a critical issue, impacting your overall circulatory health, extending far beyond the realm of superficial appearance or minor inconvenience. Many individuals grappling with persistent swelling have undoubtedly explored a myriad of conventional recommendations, diligently elevating their legs, soaking their weary feet, or drastically restricting dietary sodium intake. Yet, despite these concerted efforts, the troublesome swelling often stubbornly ensues, leaving individuals perplexed and frustrated. The core reason for this persistent failure is a fundamental misunderstanding. These common approaches merely address the visible symptom, completely overlooking the crucial, foundational nighttime protocol designed not just to manage existing fluid, but to actively and forcefully reverse the pooling process while the body rests. This comprehensive guide unveils a definitive 7-step bedtime vascular fix, a meticulously designed routine intended to systematically detoxify, strengthen, and manually pump the accumulated fluid out of your legs before you even lay your head on the pillow. The transformative promise is that upon awakening, your feet will feel remarkably flat, flexible, and comfortable, ready to effortlessly slide into your most cherished pair of shoes. This protocol zeroes in on the root cause of chronic swelling, chronic venous insufficiency, and a special emphasis must be placed on fix number 7, which holds a truly unique clinical secret, a powerful, natural botanical agent that specialists leverage to fortify the vein walls from the inside out. Neglecting this crucial step would be a significant oversight. We embark now on the journey, commencing with the internal groundwork necessary to prepare your body for this comprehensive vascular rejuvenation. The pervasive and often oversimplified advice to merely consume less sodium is, for many, woefully inadequate in addressing the complexities of edema. In fact, swelling is frequently a manifestation of a catastrophic imbalance among the body's primary electrolytes, sodium, potassium, and magnesium. The kidneys, those extraordinarily vital organs tasked with managing the vast majority of the body's intricate fluid balance, demand a precise and delicate ratio of these essential minerals to function optimally. When an individual suffers from a deficiency in critical electrolytes like potassium or magnesium, their cells, in a desperate attempt to maintain internal equilibrium, will cling tenaciously to sodium and consequently to water. This cellular tenacity leads directly to the pressurized pooling of fluid that we observe and experience as uncomfortable swelling. Therefore, the inaugural step of this protocol involves executing a targeted cellular pre-sleep flush, meticulously designed to rebalance these vital electrolytes. precisely 60 minutes before your intended bedtime, you must initiate the first step, which necessitates the strategic intake of magnesium and potassium. Magnesium citrate, a naturally occurring compound, acts as a potent, smooth muscle relaxer. Its presence helps to significantly ease the inherent tension within the walls of your blood vessels, particularly the very veins we are striving to clear and restore, while simultaneously aiding in proper cellular hydration. For optimal effect, a full teaspoon, approximately 300 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium, should be thoroughly mixed into 12 ounces of water. The unsung hero and secret weapon in this cellular flush is potassium bitartrate, more commonly recognized as cream of tartar. Potassium plays the indispensable role of primary regulator of fluid inside your cells, working in direct opposition to sodium, which primarily operates outside the cellular membrane. By strategically boosting your potassium intake, you send a clear and powerful signal to your cells, encouraging them to release their grip on excess sodium and, consequently, the trapped water. A generous pinch, roughly a quarter teaspoon, of cream of tartar should be added to your magnesium drink. This combined mixture should be consumed slowly and deliberately, precisely 60 minutes before you intend to enter sleep. This specific timing is absolutely critical, as it grants your kidneys and your entire vascular system a crucial head start, initiating a gentle yet systemic fluid release while you are still upright and gravity can still actively assist the process. It is vital to remember that our objective is to get the fluid moving and circulating efficiently while your posture still allows gravity to provide its natural aid, preventing fluid from simply settling. A very important caveat: if you are managing any underlying kidney condition, it is an absolute medical necessity to consult your physician before making any significant alterations to your potassium or magnesium intake. For all other individuals, this cellular flush represents the foundational and profoundly impactful first step in reclaiming control over your fluid balance. Your body is now internally primed and prepared, but this internal adjustment alone is often insufficient to fully counteract the persistent stress imposed by chronic swelling. We must then proceed to physically shock those lazy, distended veins into submission and renewed functionality. When blood is permitted to languish and pool in your ankles, the veins within those regions become increasingly lazy, pathologically distended, and progressively lose the critical tone and elasticity necessary to efficiently propel blood back upwards against the constant, unyielding force of gravity. To forcefully re-engage this essential function, we are going to induce a natural, powerful vascular pump through a method known as thermal shock, which expertly triggers the hunting response, a rapid, beneficial cycle of contraction and release within the blood vessels. This technique requires the implementation of the contrast bath method, ingeniously adapted for pre-sleep use to maximize its effectiveness. You will need 2 suitably sized basins. One basin should be filled with water as warm as you can comfortably and safely tolerate, ensuring it is pleasantly hot without being scalding. The second basin must be filled with the absolute coldest tap water you can possibly obtain. To achieve the necessary therapeutic chill, add 5 to 6 trays of ice cubes, aiming for a sensation that is uncomfortably, almost painfully cold. The execution of this protocol is remarkably simple, yet powerfully effective. First, immerse both of your feet into the hot water for a precise duration of 3 minutes. This phase induces massive vasodilation, a dramatic widening and opening of your veins, which draws stagnant blood and pooled fluid closer to the surface of the skin, making it more accessible for subsequent movement. Second, immediately after the hot immersion, swiftly switch your feet to the ice water bath for a full and unwavering 60 seconds. This is often the most challenging part of the sequence, so it is crucial to breathe deeply and focus. The intense cold triggers powerful vasoconstriction, causing the veins to instantly and forcefully clamp down. This powerful constriction effectively squeezes the blood and previously trapped fluid out of the immediate area, propelling it into the larger, more more central circulatory system where it can be efficiently processed. This entire hot-cold cycle must be repeated 3 full times. 3 minutes in hot water, followed by 1 minute in cold water, then another 3 minutes hot, another 1 minute cold. Conclude the entire sequence with a final decisive 1-minute immersion in the cold water. The immediate and profound benefit of this final cold plunge is immense. As you remove your feet from the frigid water, the skin rapidly begins to warm up, triggering a massive, reflexive opening of the veins, a phenomenon often described as a flush. This creates a powerful suction effect, dynamically drawing fresh, oxygenated blood into the lower legs, while simultaneously carrying away all the metabolic waste products and previously pooled fluid. This contrast bath method stands as the single fastest and most effective way to manually decongest your lower legs and prepare them for rest before you even climb into bed. We have now meticulously flushed the system internally and physically shocked the veins into greater responsiveness. However, gravity remains a constant and formidable adversary in the battle against fluid pooling. Simply propping your legs passively on a pillow, while seemingly helpful, proves to be a slow and remarkably inefficient method for truly moving trapped fluid. To genuinely mobilize and eliminate accumulated fluid, you require a dynamic element that actively engages your powerful calf muscles, often affectionately referred to as your second heart. These muscles, when properly engaged, effectively squeeze the veins that run through them, creating a crucial pumping action. This dynamic engagement is the very essence of the muscle pump. The specific technique employed here is based on the profoundly restorative yoga pose, Viparita Karani, commonly known as legs up the wall. Begin by lying flat on your back, positioning yourself as close to a wall as comfortably possible, scooting your hips until they nearly touch the surface. Then, swing your legs straight up, allowing your heels to rest firmly against the wall, forming a perfect and distinct L shape with your body. This inverted position strategically places your lower legs above the level of your heart, granting gravity a powerful advantage in assisting fluid drainage. However, here lies the critical refinement. You cannot merely rest passively in this position. Every 60 seconds, you must actively perform a precise ankle flex. First, point your toes strongly and deliberately toward the ceiling, holding this stretch for a count of 5. This is the elongation phase. Immediately following, strongly flex your feet, pulling your toes back with equal force toward your head, again holding for a count of 5. This powerful and deliberate muscle contraction is what actively and effectively squeezes the venous reservoirs nestled within your calves, propelling the fluid upwards. This point flex cycle must be repeated 10 times within each minute for a total duration of 5 minutes. This is not passive resting, this is active gravitational drainage. The synergistic combination of this active pumping motion with the inverted position creates the maximum possible pressure gradient, forcefully pushing fluid from the ankle reservoirs up into the larger, more robust veins located in your thigh and pelvis, where the main circulatory system can then efficiently manage and process it. Just 5 minutes dedicated to this active drainage is clinically equivalent to receiving a deep, highly effective lymphatic drainage massage for your entire lower body. Make these 5 minutes an absolute non-negotiable part of your nightly routine every single evening. We have now successfully drained the accumulated fluid. Our next crucial objective is to strengthen the underlying plumbing of your vascular system. The fundamental question arises: why does fluid leak out of your blood vessels in the first place, leading to this persistent edema? The primary reason is that the delicate walls of your smallest vessels, the capillaries, become weakened, increasingly porous, and leaky due to the damaging effects of chronic inflammation and free radical damage. To rectify this structural compromise, we need a potent topical agent capable of tightening and toning these compromised leaky vessels. Our approach transcends mere moisturizing. We will utilize a concentrated blend of botanical venetonics expertly be combined with a suitable carrier oil. Cypress essential oil is globally recognized and highly regarded for its exceptional venotonic properties. It actively assists in reducing blood vessel permeability, thereby sealing those leaks, and concurrently strengthening the capillary walls, contributing to a more robust vascular structure. For this structural fix, 5 drops of cypress essential oil are required. Complementing this, rosemary essential oil serves as a potent circulatory stimulant. It dramatically boosts local blood flow, ensuring that the fluid we have just forcefully expelled is rapidly and efficiently carried away from the lower legs, crucially preventing it from immediately resettling and reaccumulating. You will need 5 drops of rosemary oil. Combine these 10 drops of essential oils with 1 tablespoon of a suitable carrier oil, such as fractionated coconut oil or sweet almond oil. This application is not a cursory slather, it is a meticulously targeted massage. Sit comfortably with your legs extended. Starting with a small amount of the oil blend at your toes, use firm, consistent upward strokes to massage the oil deeply into your feet, gradually working your way towards your ankles and then continuing up your calves. Crucially, always direct your massage strokes toward your heart as you are manually assisting the natural venous return. Dedicate extra time and attention to the lower half of your calves and discontinue the massage just below the knee pit. This intentional rub not only stimulates local nerves and drives the active botanical ingredients deep into the underlying tissue, but also provides essential anti-inflammatory action necessary to repair and restore the integrity of leaky vessels. The veins are now toned and the fluid is effectively drained. Our subsequent task is to diligently protect this valuable work throughout the entire night. Step 5 involves the strategic application of compression, but it is critical to understand that using the incorrect type of compression can inadvertently strangle your circulation rather than aid it. If you have been medically prescribed 20 to 30 millimeters of mercury, mmHg, compression stockings for daytime use, this is typically appropriate for upright activity. However, it is an absolute imperative that you never, under any circumstances, sleep in high-grade compression garments. When you lie down horizontally, your blood pressure naturally equalizes throughout your body. In this horizontal state, those heavy compression stockings can dangerously restrict blood flow, effectively creating a tourniquet effect overnight, which can be highly detrimental. What we require for nighttime maintenance is a therapeutic, low-grade compression level. The key lies in selecting light travel or flight socks, which typically offer a compression rating of 8 to 15 mmHg. This range represents the perfect pressure level to maintain the significant reduction in edema achieved through the preceding steps without unduly restricting blood flow while you are in a horizontal position. These socks act as a constant, gentle squeeze, subtly resisting the tissue space from expanding and reabsorbing fluid that your kidneys are still actively processing throughout the night. The correct way to wear them is crucial for generalized edema. Ankle or calf height is usually sufficient. Most importantly, meticulously inspect the top band of the sock. If the elastic band creates a visible, deep indentation in your skin, it is unequivocally too tight for safe nighttime use and is acting as a dangerous ligature, impeding rather than assisting circulation. In such cases, you must roll the band down or immediately switch to a more relaxed pair. The compression must always be graduated, meaning it should be tighter at the ankle and gradually looser towards the top, rather than concentrated intensely at the uppermost band. Don these therapeutic compression socks immediately after completing your oil rub, effectively locking in the fluid reduction you have meticulously achieved. We have now progressed through 5 critical steps, and you are nearing readiness for bed. However, before you fully settle into comfort, you must recognize that one of your most common evening habits, specifically how you hydrate, is actively sabotaging your entire diligent effort. When you consume water, it does not instantaneously exit your body. It must first be meticulously filtered by your kidneys, a complex process that inherently requires time. Furthermore, your body's efficiency at moving large volumes of fluid is significantly diminished when you are lying flat. Therefore, mindlessly chugging a large quantity of water right before bedtime effectively guarantees that this fluid will simply settle via gravity in your lowest extremities, directly counteracting all your hard work. To combat this, you need to implement a strict 3-hour fluid fast before your designated lights out time. For example, if you aim to be asleep by 10 p.m., your absolute last substantial sip of water or any other beverage should be no later than 7 p.m. This strict cutoff applies to large glasses of water, soothing herbal teas, or any other drink you might typically consume. The sole exception is a minimal sip, just enough to comfortably swallow your supplements for step 7. By diligently implementing this fluid cutoff, you grant your kidneys a full 3 hours to perform their final, crucial fluid regulation pass while you are still predominantly upright. This strategic timing ensures that the maximum amount of excess fluid is efficiently processed and eliminated from your system before you transition into the horizontal state, where gravity invariably works against efficient venous return. With this adjustment, we are now ready for the profound internal systemic repair necessary to address the root cause. Everything accomplished thus far has focused on immediate fluid drainage and improving physical vascular tone. However, the underlying cause of chronic edema is frequently chronic venous insufficiency, CVI, a condition where the delicate capillary walls leak due to structural compromise. To truly address this, we need a pharmaceutical-grade natural supplement capable of repairing this fundamental damage from within. This specific 2-part combination represents the most scientifically backed natural therapy for CVI and the persistent edema it causes. First, horse chestnut seed extract, HCSE. This is the clinical powerhouse of the A combination. HCSE contains a remarkably active compound called aesin, which has been extensively shown to significantly seal the capillary walls, drastically reducing their permeability and consequently their leakiness. Beyond this, aesin also actively promotes the release of prostaglandins, which further enhance venous tone and elasticity. It is crucial to select a high-quality product that is standardized to contain 50 milligrams of aesin per dose. Take 300 milligrams of HCSE with your last small sip of water before the fluid fast. Second, pycnogenol, pine bark extract. This serves as the essential support agent, working synergistically with HCSE. Pycnogenol is an incredibly potent antioxidant that significantly strengthens the collagen matrix surrounding your blood vessels, improving their structural integrity. It actively enhances microcirculation and possesses powerful anti-inflammatory effects, thereby working in perfect concert with HCSE to repair and reinforce the entire vascular structure from a foundational level. Take 100 milligrams of pycnogenol alongside your HCSE. The strategic rationale for taking this powerful venotonic combination at night is rooted in the body's natural healing rhythms. As your body transitions into its deep sleep cycles, it shifts into its primary repair and regeneration mode. By introducing this potent combination right before bed, you are effectively flooding your system with the essential raw materials required for comprehensive vascular repair precisely when the body is most receptive and efficient in its healing processes. This powerful combination is the key mechanism through which you can transition from merely nightly management of your edema to achieving a genuine long-term resolution of the condition. This comprehensive, definitive 7-step protocol now arms you with the knowledge and tools to effectively combat chronic foot and ankle swelling. However, before you settle into your newly optimized bedtime routine, it is absolutely crucial to address one widespread, seemingly innocuous habit that can instantly reverse all the diligent circulatory work you've just undertaken. You are, in all likelihood, performing it regularly, perhaps even as you read this, crossing your legs. Whether you're comfortably seated on the couch with one leg draped over the other, or lying on your side and instinctively wrapping one leg over the other, crossing your legs creates a severe physical clamp, a literal kink in the hose, on the major femoral artery and vein. These vital vessels are solely responsible for efficiently returning all the blood and fluid from your lower extremities back up to your heart. This physical constriction immediately forces stagnation and reaccumulation of fluid in the lower leg, negating the benefits of the protocol. Tonight, as you consciously prepare for bed and settle into your resting position, make a deliberate and unwavering effort to keep your feet flat on the mattress and your legs parallel to each other. If you are a side sleeper, which is common, make it a habit to use a thick body pillow or even a firm cushion placed strategically between your knees. This simple adjustment ensures that your knees, ankles, and hips remain properly aligned, critically maintaining the femoral vessels open and clear, allowing for unhindered blood and fluid flow. This commitment to proper leg positioning is the final crucial step, maintaining an open pathway. You have meticulously cleaned the pipes. Now, ensure the water continues to flow freely. You now possess the full vascular revival protocol, the magnesium-potassium flush to rebalance internal fluids, the invigorating 60-second ice shock to jolt sluggish veins into action, the dynamic 5-minute wall climb pump to actively drain fluid against gravity, the cypress rosemary vein rub to strengthen and tone capillary walls, the precise 8 to 15 mmHg compression correction to maintain overnight fluid reduction, the strategic 3-hour fluid fast to optimize kidney function before horizontal rest, and finally, the HCSE pycnogenol vascular repair supplements to address the root cause of leaky vessels from within. This is not some mystical solution or fleeting remedy. This is meticulously applied vascular science. Chronic edema is not an immutable fate. It is a fixable condition, and you are now equipped with the actionable, nightly plan to achieve lasting relief. Implement these 7 transformative steps tonight. Do not defer or delay. Your immediate comfort, your long-term mobility, and indeed your overall circulatory health are profoundly dependent upon your consistent application of this protocol. For those eager to delve deeper into comprehensive vascular health, an important next step involves understanding the 3 common everyday foods that are insidiously destroying your vascular elasticity and precipitating this chronic inflammation. Further insights into achieving permanent resolution await in the next video, providing the critical pathway to sustained well-being.